All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Other. So today we're going over WISPGate. This is a really diverse, versatile platform that's really completely customizable to your needs. And I'm here today with Manny. He is the creator, founder, and the brains behind this awesome platform. And so today he wants to go over some of the functionality of it. So he's going to give you an overview in the dashboard and some of the features and whatnot for you. So I'm going to hand it off to Manny. Away you go, bud.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thanks. And I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to talk about WISPGate. And I'm going to share my screen and start going through. Without further ado, I think I don't need any introduction, right? My name is Manny. Been in this market almost, I think, like over a decade. I think since 2010, which I got my Mocrotic trainer certificate. I'm in this market doing ISP business, things like that. But then since 2017, we got into WISPGate. It's been 8 years we are developing this WISPGate, but even before these 8 years, our job is ISP. ISP support, consultancy, deployment, things like that. So let me share my screen. Yeah, has to be this screen, I think. If yeah, you see my screen, right?
Yepper.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, this is WISPGate. So WISPGate is an ISP billing and CRM. Although I say ISP billing and CRM, but since we support now LTE product, LTE networks, and some other MNO services, you can say it's a BSS OSS as well. I show you some of our LTE customers because that side is totally off the ISP network, right? It's something totally different, but we support also that. I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire application from top to bottom. I've prepared some of our customer servers actually here. I may start with the demo server. We have a demo server. I can give you all guys access to this server if you want. Just reach out to me or Sarah for this access, but I can give you access. That is a demo server we always use for staging, for playing around. I mean, when we develop new features, we always use this, but I also prepared some of our customer production servers. They have real data. We can analyze things from top to bottom. So we would have a real data here to show you guys. But uh, although everything starts with administration because that's where you manage all your subscribers, but I would like to start from networking because you tech nerdy guys, you guys like to see networking modules, networking features, those that can help you to manage or automate your network. That's why I would like to start from networking. But if you see our demo server, I think we don't have a proper topology map up there, but one of our customer does. Topology is like a map. If you spot your network, if you can, we have site module here. You can bring up all of your pop sites and if you provide accurate coordinate or pin it on the map, you can bring it on the map. You can even link them up. If you're familiar with things like Dude server, we try to make it somehow that way. For example, you can make a link between your pop site. You can bring up your topology here. Later, you can also set up some notifications on that. That side is important for your topology diagram. This is a dummy data. This is our demo server. But if I show you these guys, because they've added all their pop sites to the map, you can see all their networks. Also, you can make a relationship like a point-to-point link or fiber link if you have between pop sites. You can also bring them on the map. We use this data for monitoring and notification. If you set up SMS or email notification, you can get notified for any kind of outages, right? You can even notify your customers, like if the pop site is down, like we can have a little script if the ping or ICMP or whatever. I mean, we can trigger it based on anything. But if the site goes down after 10 or 15 minutes, maybe you would like to notify your customers. You just need to add your pop sites, or not only your site, but even your customer site. Because when it comes to the site, we have three types of sites: network site, subscriber site, standalone site. Standalone is very standalone, it's something separate. But network site, anything at your site. Subscriber site is for your customers. But when it comes to network site, we have a couple of different types: core pop site, main pop site, and macro pop site. And this FTTX LCP is something to track your junction box, or what you call it, ODB box, distribution boxes. LCP site is the link conversion site, like for those FTTX guys who have the infrastructure. You would like to track your distribution box. You want to see which port is empty. You want to assign those ports to your customers, so you can easily manage your LCP site and ODB boxes as well. After you add your sites to the network, to the server, then it comes to devices. This device module is a very comprehensive module, supposed to manage all types of your devices. Anything located at your own network, at the customer side, or maybe still standalone. Same like the site, we have three main category of devices: network device, subscriber device, and standalone device, same like site. When it comes to network devices, now we have variety of network devices. That device may be a switch, wireless access point, LTE node, FTTX OLT. OLT you can manage. We support Huawei, ZTE, VSOL, BDCom, CData, Calix, Ubiquiti, all types of OLTs basically supported. If you guys are familiar with Smart OLT, that Smart OLT only support Huawei and ZTE. If you use WISPGate, basically you don't need anything like Smart OLT, because everything is embedded here. You have FTTX module. I'm going to show you that. But before that, this is ODB box. I'm telling you, the ODB box, you can track if your box is 8 ports, 16, 32 ports. You can assign every single port to customer. Later, you can see which one is utilized. Also, IPPBX here. For now, we support FreePBX and Sangoma. But things like 3CX or on any other online VoIP platform would be also supported. I mean, as long as they offer API and it's a very straightforward integration, we can quickly integrate that, because we have the kernel for it. But most important thing here is NAS device. NAS device is that authenticator. Most preferably, we use Mokritic. I mean, you are not obliged to use only Mokritic, but if you go your NAS device with Mokritic, we have variety of features here with Mokritic, because we have full API integration with Mokritic. We support many different things. For example, CGNAT. If you want to support, if you want to manage your CGNAT from WISPGate, that is available only on Mokritic for now. But basically, you can have any standard radius-based NAS device. Can be Cisco, Juniper, Huawei, can be Ericsson, Nokia, whatever you have. I mean, as long as it supports standard radius, we also can support it as service provider. Service provider basically means authentication: PPPoE, DHCP, VLAN authentication, .1x, static IP, whatever that you need to authenticate customer. That is what we call it, service provider. And then Shaper. Shaper is, QoS or QoE, because we also support things like Persim or LibreQoS. LibreQoS is already integrated. If you want to use it as QoE engine, you can use it. But by default, normally you shape customer on the same device that you authenticate the customer. Or maybe you have different topology. Maybe you authenticate customer at the POP site, but then you shape the customer at your NOC or at your core. So you can just define different services. But basically, as the NAS device, we support service provider for authentication. We support Shaper. We support hotspot, which is very big actually. I'm going to show you our hotspot module. We've got lots of customers on hotspot. And also we support NATs, including source NAT, destination NAT, CG NAT, whatever you want to manage or control Mokritic NAT from the WISPGate, it's already supported. IP address, username, password, API port, SSH port, you need to give these kind of things. We support local authentication, radius authentication. If you go for radius authentication, you need to define your NAS secret and so on. Also, NetFlow is available. Hunt Group is available. You know, Hunt Group is very specific feature for some redundancy scenarios. If you guys need that, is available. Also, Hotspot is there. But out of NAS device, I'm saying NAS device is just one of the network devices. Again, you manage everything on the same device module. Let's say your customer's ONU. When it comes to subscriber device, it can be a wireless CPE, modem router, LTE device, fiber ONU, customer device, or a gadget, simply a mobile phone or laptop or things like that. You still can track them all from WISPGate. Then when it comes to FTTX, let me show you these guys because, no, I think these guys, they have added all their OLTs. If you come on their device, you can see these guys have two different OLTs. ZT OLT and another type of EPON OLT. When you see FTTX module, you see these guys have two OLTs, 200 something ONUs, you know. You can see all the PON ports. You can manage the PON ports. You can add, remove VLANs if you want. Also, you can see all ONUs, either authorized or unauthorized. You can see them all. You can track the serial number, MAC address, and everything else. Also, you can directly authorize your ONU from here. You don't need things like Smart OLT or Calix management platform to authorize. You can directly authorize them from here. So provisioned are those ONUs that we could synchronize with OLT and we brought them to WISPGate. And if they are assigned to any subscription, if they are used by any customer, the status would be also assigned. So it means all these ONUs already provisioned, but they are not yet assigned to any customer. OLT management is also there. Now, when it comes to ACS, we support full ACS. The kernel of WISPGate ACS is Jenny ACS. You literally can remotely manage, support, upgrade, downgrade, whatever you want. Basically, all Huawei, D-Link, TP-Link, Makrotik, Ubiquiti. I mean, literally, what supports TR069 would be also manageable on WISPGate ACS. Under IPAM module, you manage all of your IP addresses, including IPv4 or IPv6. You also can introduce your IPv6 here, prefixes, and you can manage or distribute them here. Pool types, CGNAT block. We support CGNAT block if you have CGNAT already supported on WISPGate, because if your CGNAT is on Makrotik, you don't need to introduce your CGNAT IPAM here. Last mile is basically for authentication. It's for PPPoE, DHCP, VLAN, or static IP. Public is to manage your public IP addresses. You can introduce them globally to the system. I mean, when you define last mile, basically you prefer to stick it per NAS device, right? Every NAS device has its own PPPoE subnet. But when it comes to public IP, you prefer to leave it open entirely all over the network, so you can assign even a single IP or /30 or /29 from this public IP subnet all over the network in any pub site. We also have suspension pool. Suspension is used for redirection. When the customer is suspended due to maybe lack of balance or not paying the invoice, when we suspend the customer, we redirect them to a payment portal. We have that payment portal. That payment portal, I think these guys have deployed that payment portal. When their customers get suspended, they are redirected to a payment portal. We show them, okay, your package has been expired, you have unpaid invoice or something like that. Then when the customer pays online, they can get automatically online again. You see, these guys have 13,000 customers, 13,000 devices actually. But when it comes to payment portal, I want to show you the payment portal we designed for these guys. I mean, very, very simple payment portal. I mean, it's something like showing the customer that they owe us something. Their package is suspended. So this is what we designed for these guys. If I preview it here, so when their package is suspended, they come here and say, okay, my package is suspended. They look for their email or mobile phone. If they pay their invoice automatically here, they can get online automatically again. Back to where I was on IPAM, I think I was on IPAM. Yeah. So then hotspot management also, I'm not sure if any other billing software supports management. You can introduce your management subnet, you introduce your management DHCP, and you can manage all your management network. You even can shape your management network as well if you want. That is management. Hotspot is one of our hot modules actually, because we've got lots of customers using hotspot. For example, these guys heavily using hotspot. How many? I can tell you, these guys have something like over 2,000 online customers every day, like 4,000 vouchers every day. They heavily use hotspot. On hotspot you can do whatever you like. You can design captive portal, you can design your voucher, online payments, auto sign up, sending username password to customer by either email or SMS. All these features are available. You can design, we have page designer. You can design your login page by yourself, or if you have the HTML file, you can just simply copy paste your HTML file. Your package will be available. You can see if its responsiveness is okay, how it looks on mobile phone, how it looks on desktop. You can also preview what you have designed. All the page design is also available. Like these guys also heavily using hotspot. Look, these guys also have how many? They have over 2,000, almost 2,000 customers every day, but these guys heavily using vouchers. They have online, because I know this guy. This guy is Starlink reseller, and he's selling internet service in very rural African neighborhoods. Like in every neighborhood, he just bring up a kind of Starlink, one Starlink station, one Makrotik router, one Unify access point. That's all. And we sell just hotspot services. And he designed a global login page. If I'm not wrong, this is his login page. You can even simulate a login page here. This is the login page. You just type the user pass and get in. It's very versatile. Our hotspot module is actually very cool, I would say. It does the job. It does whatever you want from it. Back to networking, we support features like syslog, SNMP, NetFlow, all those are there. We have VNO module. If you're VNO or if you're HNO, you can introduce all those stuff there. Traffic shaping is one of the differences of us with other competitors, because we've spent a lot of API integration here. Shared, basically we have three types of packages: shared package, dedicated package, bundled package. Dedicated is very straightforward, 10 meg down, 10 meg up if you want to give dedicated package. Radius is also available. That is Radius dynamic queuing. I mean, when the PVPO is online, queue rule is also there. But if you don't use Radius, you use API. We statically manage the API, either data plan or speed plan. But I mean, if you want to enable data cap also, you can cap the data like 100 gig for unidirect. Bidirectional is default, like up and down together. But unidirectional is also possible if you want to separate data cap per download and upload. But this is just a dedicated. We also support shared packages, where you want to share a specific amount of bandwidth between number of people. You just need to provide a contention ratio. Let's say you want to share 100 meg between 4 guys. If all these 4 people are available and pulling traffic, minimum you can support, minimum you guarantee is 25, right? It's 25. Minimum, maximum. If you're familiar with MIR CIR, it automatically works with MIR CIR. So it captures, if all these 4 guys available, it assigns 25, 25, 25, 25 to each. But if there is only one available, that one customer can reach up to 100 meg. That is like fair policy with sharing. We also support bundled packages. Bundled package is for when you want to assign different speed or data limitation per date and time. Let's say you have day mode, night mode, weekend mode. On day mode, because you have a bottleneck, you cannot offer more than 10 meg, right? That is your day mode. But night mode, at evenings, you have a pretty much more bandwidth. You can offer them 20 meg. Let's say for weekend, you have way more capacity. Your capacity is available and you can offer them 50 meg. Automatically, we're gonna change the package based on the date and time. You just need to define your modes. Day mode 10 meg, night mode 20 meg, weekend mode 50 meg. You just need to define your modes. Also, we have some other packages like LibreQS or top-up package or hotspot package. But for bundled packages, you need to define your modes. When it comes to modes, we have two types of modes. One of them is dynamic modes, where you need to define your date and time, and then you assign this dynamic mode to bundled packages. Like you define your day mode, night mode, weekend mode, and you can assign it to bundled package. But another interesting feature here is static mode. Static mode is for manual intervention. Let's say you can introduce something called disaster mode. Disaster mode is for when, let's say you have 1 gig upstream from two providers, from two upstream. You get 1 gig capacity from two upstream. One of them is down at the moment, so you've lost like 50% of your capacity, right? Now you are looking for a way to immediately cut 50% maybe from specific customers, a specific pop site, or maybe from all customers. For a couple of hours, you want to cut. That is for manual cut. Immediately, you cut 50% from all customers. And when disaster is gone, when outage is not there, when everything is back, you can deactivate static mode and all the customers would come back to the subscribed packages. So rather than just having no package, they have something, but with less speed. That is static mode. But then, before going for some CRM modules, when it comes to administration, this system, WISPGate, is designed in MDU scenario, multi-dwelling scenario, meaning that we have subscription service. Before subscription service, if I show you contact is like your mobile phone contact database, right? It's not necessarily your customer. Contact can be whomever dealing with you and your company. Can be your customer, can be your partner, your vendor, your dealer. I don't know, whomever dealing with your company can be a contact. We support customer portal, and you easily can impersonate to customer portal from here. You don't even need to know the credentials. You can impersonate to that customer portal. If I show you one of our customers' customer portal, because they heavily customize their customer portal, when it comes, for example, these guys, this is customer portal. You can impersonate without even logging into it, but every customer have their own credentials. It's designed for multi-service. They can see, if the customer has multiple services, they can see all their packages on the same. They can add their credit card. Like if I show you on these guys, like this guy has added, their customers also have added their credit cards. For example, randomly, if I bring up a customer and impersonate, I hope they have a card added. No, this is a customer with no service. This is a customer with no service. Let me randomly bring up another customer. Yeah, this guy has a service, and you can see the service. And also you can see all their invoices. They can upgrade, downgrade, pay for the package. If their credit card is added, you can even have auto pay. You can enable auto pay. You can add credit cards. Everything can be there. You can add a bank account. We can process check, e-check. These kind of things are all there. Also, We have live and historical graph in customer portal. Customer can have the live graph and historical data as the graph on in their customer portal. But when it comes to subscription and subscription service, that's MDU scenario. I'm telling you, MDU scenario is for when a customer has multiple services, right? So then you may have one subscription, but that customer would have multiple subscription services. Multiple subscription service might be multiple internet services on different neighborhoods or different locations, and can be even different service type. AAA. We support AAA. Sorry, I said AAA. What's that called? Triple play. Triple play. A lot of ISPs now offering triple play. Internet, VoIP, IPTV. You can support triple play like these guys having triple play. If you see their invoices, because many of their customers have internet service, have IPTV service. For example, I'm just randomly opening a customer because I don't have any information if the customer has multiple services or not, but I hope if they have multiple services. So you can see one customer would have multiple services. Now you have option to build them, all those services, on the single invoice or on a separately per invoice. Like this guy has two services. One of them is IPTV or video service. One of them is video service. One of them is internet service. So if you see their invoices, because their scenario is merge scenario, we can build all customer services just into a single invoice. That is one case. Now, if you want to build them on different invoices, that's also possible, because we support different billing scenarios. Although our billing is very versatile here. If you see billing scenarios, by default, it's cycle based. What is cycle based? Cycle based is based on the installation. If you install the customer today, their billing cycle starts today. Another scenario we support is pro rata scenario, meaning that whenever the customer installation is done, you bill all customers on this, or group of customers on a specific day of the month, right? You want to bill all customers on the first day of the month, or 10th of the month, or 15th of the month. Now, if the invoice date is 15th, now if you onboard the customer on 5th, what happens? We generate a prorated invoice from 5th to 15th, and then from 15th they become on a monthly cycle. That is what we call it, prorated. And then on pro rata scenario, we support independent invoicing or merge invoicing. Independent invoicing is for when you want to build different services of the single customer on different bills, or you want to merge all of their services and build them just once. That is merge. But when it comes to subscription services, you have all the management, you have all the control here. You can change the package, even customer. All these functions are available under the admin panel, but also can be available under the customer portal. Depends if you give them permission. You can change the package, upgrade, downgrade. You can compensate the customer. For example, you had an outage, you want to give them 2 days free internet, right? You can freeze the package, extend the grace period, suspend the customer. All those features are there. I talked a lot about networking and subscription management, but let me quickly go for CRM as well, because our CRM would be quite different. Literally, you haven't seen such a CRM, because the kernel of WISPGate CRM comes from very big CRM boys, those big boys in the market, like vTiger. Actually, WISPGate CRM is very similar to vTiger. When it comes to inventory management, you can manage your entire inventory, although right now, because inventory management is disabled on this demo server, you don't see inventory management. When you enable it, inventory management has two buckets. One of them is stock, the other one is asset. Stock is to manage your warehouse. track your products in your warehouse. An asset is to track what you have used in your network, including subscriber devices, network devices. That is asset. Finance management, you know, you have accounts. You can bring up your accounts. You can manage your accounts. We can have integration with your bank account. So the balance and statement always can be accurate. The data can come from your bank account. We support, we have expense module. You know, you can manage your expenses. We have varieties of category here: grocery, shopping, housing, transportation. You have some subcategories. You also can manipulate all these lists if you want. Then you have your transactions. We have even HR and payroll module. I mean, if you guys are a big company and you need to track your payroll and HR, you know, if you have a clock machine, you can track your attendance of your staff. You can design your paychecks. You can define your pay plans, pay types. HR management is fully there. Under support, we have a comprehensive ticketing module. This ticketing can be used in interaction between customers and you, or between different departments of yours. Customers can open a ticket either by email, by SMS, by call, from customer portal. All of them are there. Under the operations, we have support, we have operation management. That is basically project, task, and event management. You can manage all your projects. You can manage your events, tasks. You know, tasks are things like, you know, orders like installations, survey, whatever you want to assign to your staff. Those are task and event. Events would be like, you know, site survey, meeting, these kind of things. Also, we have calendar here. This is a shared calendar between all your staff. You also can integrate Google Calendar here. So if you schedule anything, you can notify your staff. They can see their notification either by email, by SMS, by push notification. So if you assign something to your, let's say on field guys, they know what is the task assignment should be. Under the marketing, we have leads and opportunities. You know, lead is like contact, but it's not your customer yet. Once your marketing team works on lead, then if this is a one customer, then you can just convert it to contract. For that, we also have opportunity module. In opportunity, you can design custom pipelines. You can design the pipeline by yourself. Let's say I designed this pipeline just by test, but you can design your own pipeline. When it comes to pipeline, for example, when you sell internet services, for example, basically you are on prospecting mode, then you go to negotiation, then you propose the customer need time to analyze. You know, at the end, this customer, this project, this opportunity is either closed won or closed loss. If it's closed won, you can convert the customer, and with the help of automation module, we have workflow module. Literally, you can automate everything with workflow module. Let's say a customer onboarding, device provisioning, service upgrade, service downgrade, everything can be done automatically with workflow module. On workflow module, you even can design a trigger by yourself. For example, you want to get notified for all the new customers. You want to get notified for outages. You want to send a mail to customer, whatever you have in your mind, you just need to put the condition, in which condition you want to trigger this. Then more than the trigger, you can just design your action. Create a task, notify the customer, create a record, whatever you want. For fancy things, for example, under the system management, for example, we have, let's say, organization chart. I haven't seen organization chart in any billing application. Look, you can define your organization, agents, roles, departments, resellers. You can bring them our organization chart. You can assign privilege to each of the users. Because we support also resellers, we have a reseller panel. If you have some resellers selling your internet on your behalf, you can give them access to this panel, but they have only their own data scope, because we have data scope isolation per reseller. Meaning that if you have 10 customers and 2 resellers, each reseller with 10 customers, you would see 30 customers. Each of the resellers only see their own 5 customers, because we have reseller isolation. I mean, we have bunch of good features in here. We have integration, full integration. We have with Unified Controller, with UISP, with Smart OLT, with WhatsApp, SMS gateways. We support Twilio. We have integration with Zabbix. We have HNO module in here. We have integration with Velo. Let's say UISP. Okay, if you have UISP network and your network is already onboarded on UISP, we have integration with UISP. You just need to introduce your UISP here. You see, you just need to give your credentials, an API key, if I'm not wrong. You introduce your UISP, and then you have your UISP already synchronized here. You have all the devices. These guys have 2,800 devices on their UISP. You can synchronize, you can provision. Everything is available on that integration side. Yeah, we support reseller module. We have payment portal. We have agent portal. We have customer portal. What else? Payment gateways, or all payment gateways basically integrated. Whatever supported in US, Europe, Canada, Africa, including Stripe, Authorize.net, InnoPay, AsamPay. Also pay everything pay per country. The pay stack, like in Nigeria, PayFast and Netcash in South Africa. There are lots of payment gateways and SMS gateways integrated. But if you guys have your own gateway, it's a matter of hours, or better to say, let's say 1-2 days. We can integrate in 1-2 days. Payment gateway and SMS portal is very straightforward. We easily can integrate them in a day. That is not a problem. But this is it. I mean, this is all we have. Multi-currency, multi-taxation support. Also, by the way, we have a mobile app, Android and iOS already available, both for the admin side and the customer portal, because we have a universal app both for Android and iOS. Once you download, it asks if you are an ISP provider or ISP customer. If you're a customer, you can log in with your customer portal credentials. If you are admin side, you log in with your admin credentials. We have documentation. We have a proper wiki here. You can go through the documentation. We tried initially to provide all the documentations needed to get used to the system. All of the YouTube channel here we have. Sarah herself is a YouTube master, right? It's been couple of maybe days or weeks, it's like a month we brought up this YouTube channel, but we've got some views as well, because we have tutorials as well on YouTube channel. We have some tutorials. So this is it. That is WISPGate. Now I think I've talked a lot, Sarah.
Well, I think that you covered most of the stuff that we need to know. So, I mean, that was pretty insightful. And I don't really have any questions. I mean, I
I
think that you
tried to
answered most
cover.
of them before I had a chance to ask them.
Yeah, I try to cover everything, because WISPGate is very big application. It has lots of modules, sub-modules. It depends what you guys want to utilize. We have some customers heavily using networking modules, heavily using hotspot, FTTX. We have some customers mostly on CRM. It depends how much you would like to utilize this application. If you want to go deep to marketing, sales operations, automation, ticketing system, or maybe you just want it for FTTX module. It depends. If you really don't like to utilize CRM modules, you can simply hide them. Under the user management, we have a comprehensive permission setting. This is a permission setting. I just want to show you the permission setting per user. Because per user, we have 3 different of levels: read, write, write, and full. But for full permission users, we only have show and hide. So let's say if you don't want to utilize, for example, a finance module, you can just simply hide it. It's very big. I mean, we have customers customizing WISPgate for almost 8 months. We haven't gone to production yet because they are heavily customizing it. Although this is another difference of us with others, because we are very flexible for any customization. For example, you are telling me, okay, in this networking module, I want device module to be that way, to be this way. I need these fields, I need these features, I need workflow. So we are very flexible for any customization, any personalization you want. Basically, other billing providers never go for it because I know the hassle, I know the pain. Because if they do this, they have to do it for all other customers. But we do it for you because basically we want it to be exactly as you want. We want you to design it. For example, you want to design your invoice template, right? We
Mhm.
have a default template. If you don't like that default template, you can simply go under the template module and design invoice template for yourself. Simply, you can come with an invoice template design. You literally can make any design. If you have your HTML codes, you can simply paste your HTML codes here, so we just simply design it. We try to give you ability to change it as much as possible. Otherwise, you need to ask us to change that for you. But I can say the point of difference here is customization and support. We offer even with WhatsApp support. We create WhatsApp channel with different customers. We add our developers, support engineers. We add our project managers. We are as close as WhatsApp call to you guys. I mean, if you guys need to pick up the phone and call us, you can just reach out. We try to be always available 24/7. We offer 24/7 support. We offer even weekends.
Now, how can people get a hold of you? Is there like a chat option within the software, or do you guys use something like Ring Central, or?
On WhatsApp, by mail, they can call us, they can open a ticket through the application. That is also possible. Yes, this is for all of our customers, but for non-customers, or better to say prospects, if they go to our website, you can request a demo, and in a couple of hours, my team would respond and they set up a call with you guys if you fill up demo request. But if you're already a customer, you definitely have a WhatsApp channel with us or mail communication with us. I mean, I say WhatsApp because that is very international. You say Slack, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Skype, which is dead already. Whatever you like, we are available there. Also, if you go on our website, if you want to fill up a demo request, you can see our pricing. I mean, pricing supposed to be very affordable, very reasonable. Just compare the price. I don't want to advertise myself, but just compare it. Just compare it with other billing providers. Pricing supposed to be very affordable. I really swear on our pricing. It's not really expensive. I mean, you can start with a minimum of $100. It's not really big. We help you on migration from A to Z. We offer free support 24/7. We try, we try.
Mhm.
Now I realize we should remove that Skype from there because Skype is already dead.
Yeah, I think
I
the
just,
Microsoft bought and canned Skype, didn't they?
yeah, Microsoft Team. It's embedded in Microsoft Team. Anyhow, I mean, any chat platform. So yeah, that's it. WISPGate.
Very cool. All right. Well, thanks for showing us WISPGate. So, um, Hmm. Come on, brain, work. Yes. If anybody has any questions about WISPgate or any
Sure.
inquiries or additional stuff that we didn't cover, just leave them in the comments below. Because as per my other videos, what I like to do with these videos where I bring a vendor on to describe their software is they're going to watch the comments, right? And so that way, if there's any questions that you guys have, they can answer them for you. So
Sure,
thank you so
definitely.
much for coming along today, Manny.
Thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate this call. It was nice going through the application. And anytime, if you guys have any question, just let us know. Yeah, definitely. We try to be always available.
And that's what makes it the best. I mean, like, especially when you've got a billing system, nothing is worse than having an issue with your billing system and then you reach out to said a vendor and it's like, oh, hey, we've got a problem, a bunch of customers were double
Yeah,
billed or whatever, common issue, right? And it's
I
like,
had that hassle. I had that hassle
yeah.
before.
And then they're just like, we'll get back to you within 48 hours, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like,
Or it's Friday evening, you just open a ticket, but your response comes on Monday morning, right?
oh, exactly. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
And
you,
don't
Sarah.
forget,
Thank you,
guys,
everyone.
if you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments below.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you, everyone.